Hey, what's going on, everybody? I found out I had some vacation time at work that needs to be taken by the end of the calendar year. So scheduled a vacation, and Dad and I are heading to Canada. So we're gonna camp a bunch of places on the way there. Get up into Canada, go camping, stay in a couple hotels. I just wanted to show you guys the first campsite. We got both DD hammocks set up and the rainfly tarps. Pretty much my usual setup, but yeah, pretty sweet digs. Not too shabby. So this is day one of the trip, and we are in Bristol, Tennessee, I think. Yeah, Bristol, Tennessee. And then tomorrow we're, Cherokee National Forest. And then tomorrow we're heading, I think, somewhere in Virginia, and then New York, and then Canada. So stay tuned for that. So we made it to Roanoke, Virginia, and we're at a transportation museum, checking this place out. It's kind of like going back in time a little bit. Next year we're planning a trip to Scandinavian countries in Europe, and we're planning on taking some train rides, so it's kind of neat to be able to see this. Next on our stop is the D-Day Memorial in Bedford, Virginia. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are plaques along the entire perimeter of this circle. Each one of those has about 10 names on it. And there's 102 plaques. And these are all the individuals that were awarded medals during the D-Day invasion. That's a lot of lives. The L3 grasshopper. It says that it wasn't used during the invasion on D-Day, but it was used during World War II, and this is just one that they have restored. So we just got out to the Peaks of Otter Campground in Virginia. I'll show you guys what the campsite looks like. So you can see they got a pretty basic little tent pad here, picnic table down here. I think we're going to try to get away with possibly doing one tent and a hammock. We got our campsite all set up. So my dad is sleeping in the tent up on the tent pad, and then I've got my hammock set up. Now, obviously, I'm sure you guys have already noticed, this little tear happened last night. And the weird thing is this hammock is 2 layers. I had no keys, no anything in my pockets, nothing. And the tear happened on the outside, and I have no idea how it happened because it's perfectly clean all the way across. What this is for is so you can slide another blanket or something like that in there. But I have honestly no idea how it happened. So I'm going to either take this second layer off completely or try to figure out a way to fix it or replace it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that wasn't definitely not an issue with the way the manufacturer made it. I'm sure I did something that caused it. I probably punctured a small hole in it by putting the sleeve on and off of it, the skin that goes on the outside of the hammock. I don't know, I'm making assumptions, but to me that makes sense. I've used this thing now for a couple years and never had a problem with it. It's funny because when Dad and I were out walking last night at the other campsite, I had said something to the effect that I've had these hammocks for, this one specifically, for 2 or 3 years now, and I've abused the hell out of it and never had a problem until one of the small Velcro tabs started to fail a little bit. I just need to throw a couple stitches on it, and then that happened last night. So I'm sure you can imagine how freaked out I was when I heard the tear. I thought I was getting ready to hit the ground, but luckily it's still sound. It'll hold me. But yeah, so this is the second campsite. Tomorrow we head to Maryland. We're staying in a hotel. We're going to go through DC, and we're going to stop and see a bunch of the Capitol monuments and stuff like that are up there. And then we're heading into New York City and then Canada. We're going through Quebec, Toronto, and then we're going to go through Niagara Falls and then come back down through New York City. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. So we're at the Arlington Cemetery right now. We just went into Robert E. Lee's house, and right now we're just kind of touring around the cemetery. We're going to go try to find the unknown soldier's tomb. I'm going to check that out.
Too many brave men died for this.
This one.
Oh.